illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha.
This recording was rediscovered by Sheikh Ahmed Deedat in 2004 while he was bedridden, paralyzed and unable to talk. He communicated his desire for everyone to watch this recording, which he called Deedat a Fundamentalist. He used his communication board to express his desire to release this recording. It was recorded during March 1996, shortly before Sheikh Deedat became seriously ill. A Christian television journalist came to interview Sheikh Deedat about Islamic fundamentalism and other issues around it. As you will see, the journalist was well aware and well armed of the works of Sheikh Deedat. Whether this interview was ever produced and aired on television by the journalist is unknown. This version was recorded by the secret cameras in Sheikh Deedat's office. It is released in the hope that it will benefit Muslims about how to respond to questions about Islamic fundamentalism, as well as enlighten non-Muslims more about this very current topic, especially after 9/11 and the London bombings.
What is the Western world and the Christian world knows Islamic fundamentalism, and the picture it paints to me and to a lot of people, a lot of Christians, is violence, because that's the picture we see. We see bombs going off in Israel, and that's jihad or Hamas. What is Islamic fundamentalism?
You know, this is a very strange thing. This word fundamentalist and fundamentalism does not exist in the vocabulary of Islam. In Arabic, in Urdu, in none of our native languages this word is to be found. This word fundamental and fundamentalism is an invention of the Americans. They invented this word to describe those Bible thumpers, those who say that every word and letter of the Bible was revealed by God, every comma, full stop and colon was revealed by God. They call them fundamentalists. Who call them fundamentalists? Not the Muslims. You Christians call them fundamentalists. And by extension, anyone who goes to extremes in religion, start labeling them. So now if anybody, a Muslim who does something extreme, immediately you label him a fundamentalist. Forgetting that in Christendom you had similar type of people. Reverend Jim Jones in Jonestown, Guyana. He committed suicide with 911 of his followers en masse. He was a Christian fundamentalist, but you don't call him so. That David Koresh, that Wacko, you remember Wacko? Right. That gang was a fundamentalist. You don't call them fundamentalists. These pro-lifers in America who are bombing hospitals where they do abortion and killing people. They are fundamentalists, but you don't call them fundamentalists. I want to know why. A fellow by the name of Ferguson, an Afro-American, on the New York Express at 5:33, he went and shot down people. That guy was a fundamentalist, but you don't call him a fundamentalist. This Jew who went and slaughtered the Muslims at prayer in the mosque, that American who had settled down in the guy was a fundamentalist. You don't call him a fundamentalist. The guy who shot Rabin is a fundamentalist, but you don't call him fundamentalist. How is it that you only seem to be applying this on Muslims? You got double standards. You have fundamentalists. Those guys in Japan that gassing people. If you remember in Tokyo or something, so many people died. Those guys are fundamentalists. But you don't call them fundamentalists. It's only a Muslim becomes a fundamentalist. I want to know why. As you have extremes among Christians and Hindus and Jews and Shintos, Japanese, you also have extremists among the Muslims. But now this label is uncalled for.
Would you consider yourself an extremist if you're going to put that label on it?
I would say I accept the fundamentals of my faith. I believe in them and I live by them. For example, Islam forbids me the touching of alcohol. So I say, right, we won't touch it. So no eating of the flesh of swine. I says, I won't touch it. No eating of blood. I says, I won't touch it. It says no gambling. I says, no gambling. No promiscuousness. No dancing with other people's wives and daughters. I says, I won't do that. Pray 5 times a day. I said, I will try and do that. Fast for 1 whole month. In the month of Ramadan, from before sunrise to sunset. No eating, no drinking, no sniffing, no smoking. I said, I will do that. So if that makes me a fundamentalist, I'm a fundamentalist. And I want every Muslim and every Christian and every Jew to follow the religion that way. That if your religion tells you that, Jesus said, you must not look upon a woman to lust after her. Do you live by that? No, you don't. I said, I would like to see you do that. That you have no more beauty contest, no more long leg contest, no more beach bump contests, which is going on. And you are good Christians. You go to church regularly. So I said, no, I want you to be a fundamentalist in that respect. In the teachings of Christ, follow it to the letter. Teaching of the Bible, follow it to the letter. The Muslim, so follow the Quran to the letter. In spirit and in form. So now, if that is called fundamentalism, then I think all good religious people of every church and denomination will be a fundamentalist. And you have an exceptional type of people in America. I read a book by Billy Graham, How to be Born Again. And in that it says there are 75 million born-again Christians in America. They are all fundamentalists. Accepted. As such, I am a fundamentalist. But I don't believe in throwing stones or grenades at people if they don't agree with me. I'm prepared to talk to them, reason with you. As my sister, you say, this is where you have misunderstood this, and you argue and debate to try to put me right. I said, that's all valid. That I'm prepared to do, to talk to people, to Hindus, to Christians, to Jews, to the atheists, the agnostic. I want to talk to them all, trying to bring them to God, God's ways. And if you call me fundamentalist, I'll be proud. That makes me a fundamentalist. But I don't believe in killing people.
So, I'd like to, you say that you don't believe in throwing stones or bombs, yet the groups that the West has called fundamentalist Islamic groups, as well as the Jewish fundamentalist groups, are killing each other in Palestine and Israel. They are bombing people, they are killing innocent people.
True.
And on page 72 of your book, you say, the gun is not the answer. Put down your sword, for all they that take up the sword will perish by the sword. And yet, further on in your book, you're saying 300 years of slavery and hammering has turned the Afro-American Muslims into one of the most militant Muslim communities in the world. Arm him, help him to Islamize America before Armageddon overtakes America.
Right.
So it appears to me that in the same book you are saying we should not live by the sword, but then we must arm ourselves.
No, not arm yourself with knowledge. You see, you say arm him with what? With grenades, with guns? I says no.
With the same, you're saying the militancy.
Yes, the intellect. Once you give that person something to talk about, like the born-again Christian, is coming in knocking at our doors. He's armed with certain type of specialized knowledge. Christ died for your sins. Jesus said, I and my Father are one. Jesus said, he that has seen me has seen the Father. So he is armed with that, and with that he's coming along to get customers, converts, people. So knowledge, arm yourself with knowledge that you can talk. Otherwise 25 million Afro-Americans, suppose they all become Muslims.